In this video, I'll show you how to cash out of the crypto in your Trust wallet and send it back into your bank account. Now, we can't do this directly within Trust wallet. We have to use a centralized exchange. So this is how it works. You have crypto in your Trust wallet. You can't send it directly to your bank. They're just not going to accept it. So no matter what, we have to use a centralized exchange, send the crypto to the exchange, trade it for cash, and then use that exchange to send the cash back out into our bank account or other payment methods. That's what we have to do no matter what, whether we use the sell feature in Trust Wallet or whether we just send the assets out into our own centralized exchange and then cash out from our centralized exchange directly. Firstly, I'll show you the sell feature within Trust Wallet. Up in the top right, press sell. Now, this is sending the crypto out of your wallet into a centralized exchange. They'll sell that crypto for cash and then send it back into the payment method that you give them during this. But this is using a centralized exchange all the same. This isn't actually something that I'd recommend because the trading fees here are really, really high. So I would recommend sending out first yourself into a dedicated centralized exchange, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. But from here, we need to choose the asset that we want to sell. Only major assets are supported via the sell feature. So stable coins like USDT or USDC, and then the major L1 coins like Ethereum, BNB, Solana, Tron, and so on. If you have a smaller coin, you'll need to swap it first for a larger coin that you can use to cash out. I'll show you that in a second as well. But let's say I want to cash out some BNB coin. Up in the top right, just choose the region and the currency that you want. I'll choose US dollar as an example. Then choose how much of the coin that you want to cash out. And down here, it will give you a provider. Now, this is a on and off ramp, right? So a centralized exchange. So if we click through, you can see the exchange rate. Now, is that a good exchange rate? We don't really know. It's just giving us an exchange rate. It's probably not a good one because most of these centralized exchanges have the highest exchange fees. But in any case, we'll click Mercury and then down at the bottom, sell with Mercury. What this does is takes you through to their exchange app. You'll have to sign up for an account. You'll have to give them your either bank details or other payment method details. And then they will go through the exchange and send the cash out to your payment method. What you're actually doing is sending the crypto to them. They're selling it and then putting the cash back into your account. However, I wouldn't recommend this because the fees are really high, usually 2, 3, 4% or even higher for one transaction. And so what I recommend is actually sending the crypto out to a dedicated centralized exchange where the trading fees are much lower, like 0.1%, 0.5%, and then sending that cash out into your bank. And I'll show you how to do that now. Before showing you how to send into a centralized exchange, we just have to make sure that the assets that we want to send into those exchanges to cash out are accepted by those exchanges. Not every coin and token is accepted by the centralized exchanges. If they don't accept your coin or token, you can't send it in to cash out. So what you'll have to do is swap it first into a major coin or token that is accepted by those exchanges. So down here, you can press swap in the middle of the app. And then you can go ahead and swap for a coin or a token that is accepted by the exchange you want to use. Up at the top here, I've got some BNB coin on the BNB Smart Chain, and I've also got some USDT. These two coins are major coins, but the exchanges that I'm going to show you in this video don't accept coins on the BNB chain. So even though USDT is a major token, I can't send it into the exchanges to cash out that I'm going to show you. So what I'm going to do is take some of the BNB coin that I have and I'm going to swap it into a coin that is accepted by those exchanges like Solana. Now this is actually a cross-chain swap. BNB chain and Solana are different blockchains, but within Trust Wallet you can bridge the tokens, so you can bridge the value from one chain to the other. So it's like swapping a coin and then getting value on the other chain. This is all done within your Trust Wallet. So I'm going to go from BNB coin, I'm actually going to swap it into Solana. So down at the bottom, if you press continue, you can check everything here. And the exchange rate isn't terrible, right? You're paying, 50, 60 cents, something like that. So it's, not the worst, but just check that you're okay with everything. If you are, go down to the bottom and press confirm swap. Now that will take your assets from the BNB chain to the Solana chain. Or if you have tokens on a chain that is supported, but the centralized exchange just doesn't support that token, you can swap it into a token on the same chain, just much larger, right? Like a stable coin or the layer 1 coin of that chain, you can get that in your wallet. As long as the token or coin is supported on the centralized exchange and they accept sending assets over the blockchain that you're using, you should be fine to send into those centralized exchanges. Now that we have a major coin in our wallet, we can send that out to a centralized exchange and then cash out. Down in the description, I'll list out the major exchanges and the fiat currencies that they support. So you can choose the best exchange for your region and the currency that you want to use. Some of those give deposit and trading bonuses if you're a new user as well. Some don't. I'll leave all of that information down in the description box below. But from here, we want to send some assets out. I'll just show you that on some exchanges, you can send assets in, on some exchanges you can't. So for an example here on Coinbase, which is very popular in most G7 countries, if we go to transfer and deposit crypto, so receive crypto here, and we're sending it from our Trust wallet, we're putting it into the exchange. They do accept USDT, but only on the Ethereum network. I've got USDT on the BNB chain, so I can't use Coinbase. That's similar for other exchanges as well. So you just have to make sure before signing up for an exchange that whichever exchange that you're using, they can accept the coin that you want to send in and on the network that you're using. I'll show you another example though with crypto.com. So we're going to deposit on crypto.com. If you need to know how to use centralized exchanges as well, I've got full tutorial videos for all of the major exchanges. It shows you how to get set up on the exchange, how to get money in and out, how to get crypto in and out and everything else, how to trade on them. So you can watch those videos if you need some extra help. But I'm going to deposit some crypto from my Trust wallet. So deposit crypto. Now, if you choose USDT as well, and then select the network that you're depositing from, doesn't accept BNB chain, right? So I can't send in USDT via BNB chain, and I can't send in BNB coin via BNB chain. So what I've done in my Trust wallet is I've swapped some BNB into Solana on the Sol chain. So I've got some balance here, as you can see. That's going to allow me to send that Solana into another centralized exchange. And you'll see if we go to deposit again on crypto.com, deposit crypto, and then we're going to search here for Solana, Sol, select the network. Now the Solana coin is on the Solana network, right? So do they accept it? Well, yes, of course. So now I get a deposit address. So even though I did have some coins that I couldn't send into a centralized exchange, I was able to swap them in my wallet. Now I've got a dollar value of the Sol token, even though it wasn't the token that I had. And I'm going to send that into the centralized exchange to cash out into fiat currency. So this is my centralized exchange deposit address. So I'm going to copy this, then go back into my Trust wallet. From here, we need to send the asset out into the centralized exchange. So go to the asset that you have. This is Solana here. I'm going to send it. I'm going to paste the address. That's my centralized exchange deposit address for this coin. I'm going to send the max amount through. No memo is necessary. I'm going to go to next and just check all the details. Check that the wallet address and the amount that you're sending is okay for you. You can see a network fee here. We have to pay that. So that's the network fee we're paying to use the Solana blockchain for this transaction. So definitely if you're swapping into a coin that is on a different blockchain, you always need some of the layer 1 coin of that chain to pay for the transaction fee to send it out of your wallet. So if you are doing that, always send it into a major coin of the network that you're using if you're swapping in Trust wallet first. Check everything if it's okay. If you want to send that in, press continue down at the bottom. That will send that coin into your centralized exchange. It may not be the coin that you had, but there's a value there, a dollar value that you can use to sell for cash to then cash out. All centralized exchanges are exactly the same. You will have a feature to trade the asset that you have now for fiat currency. So on crypto.com, I'll just show you. If we go to trade in the middle, then we want to sell crypto. Now I didn't send that Solana over because this is just a tutorial, but I've got some Kronos coins. So what I'll do is I'll sell this one, CRO, and I want to sell for cash. So go to the left-hand side, press cash, and I want to sell for whatever cash that you want. Sell the amount that you want, sell into the currency that you want, whatever that is. Down at the bottom, press sell. Each exchange is going to look a little bit different, but what you want to do on that centralized exchange is sell that crypto on the fiat currency trading pair to the fiat currency that you want, whether that's pounds, euros, or dollars, or whatever. And so, like I said, down in the description will be a list of the exchanges and the fiat currencies that they support, so you can use the best exchange for you. Once you swap crypto for fiat currency in your centralized exchange, you can then cash that out via a bank transfer. Crypto.com allow this, which is why I'm showing you on Crypto.com. You can see in my accounts, I have a USD account here, so I'll click that. And then from here, it says withdraw. So I can press withdraw there, and that sends it out into my bank details. So that is how you would cash out. Not every exchange supports every token or coin, and not every exchange supports fiat currency on and off ramps as well. So you have to choose the right exchange for you. All of that will be listed below, and tutorial guides on all the exchanges and more helpful videos will be listed down in the description as well. I'm James, this is MoneyTG. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.